Hey guys, Jake here. Welcome back to the Viking Boys. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how Luke and I have built our portfolio to date using the BRRRR method. We're going to be going over it in detail and a conversation I just had with one of my close friends on how he's going to start utilizing it. So if you don't know, the BRRRR method stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. A lot of you guys might be sitting there saying, okay, what does all that even mean? So the whole principle is behind buying a property that has equity in it. So you're buying a deal and then you're going to put money into it, raise the value, rent it out at a good number where the rents can be, and then you're going to be able to go to the bank and you're going to be able to refinance that loan. And a lot of times you're actually able to pull your cash back out of this deal. So you're into this property for nothing and you have a rental property. So this weekend I was sitting down with one of my close friends, Alex, and he was talking to me saying how he wants to get into real estate more and more. He has a single family house that, is his primary residence. And then he also has an investment property that is a townhouse. And he was proposing the idea. He was like, what I'm thinking about doing is selling the townhouse and using the equity that I have in that to buy two houses that are, let's say, $200,000 each, and he'll be able to put 20% down. So I, of course, told him about the BRRRR method. And I said, I think that's a great idea. Take advantage of the top of the market right now, take your equity out, and roll it into more properties. That's what Luke and I are all about, and that's the best way to create the snowball effect to start growing your rental portfolio in the fastest way possible. So talking to Alex, it really got me thinking that there's probably a ton more people out there that are successful professionals just like he is, who have money or have a property or equity in a property that want to get started in real estate and want to buy rentals, but they're a little scared to actually pull the trigger. A lot of people are sitting on the sidelines and kind of waiting, and what you guys need to do is jump in. The absolute number one key to when you're buying your first rental property or multiple rental properties is you have to be buying them under market value. Everyone right now thinks the market's so hot that there's no deals to be had. This is true. The market is crazy hot. Deals are few and far in between, but you have to start looking at properties in order to even possibly have a chance to buy a deal. Some of you might be thinking, Jake, this is not my full-time job. How am I supposed to find deals? And I get that. This is our full-time job and that's all we do. But what you can do as, let's say you're a successful professional in another industry and you want to get into real estate, what you can do is, start talking to realtors, start getting set up on searches, for properties that might hit the market. Granted, you're not going to get many deals through the MLS, but you're at least going to be seeing properties and start learning how to analyze properties. Next thing you can do is start networking. Start talking to other people that are in real estate, real estate investors that are finding the deals. Because guess what? When they have a deal, what are they going to do? They're going to sell it to someone. That could be you. So if you start networking with these people, you'll have a first option at some of these properties. So we're going to dive right back into the BRRRR method and we're going to jump on the whiteboard to kind of break this down to visualize it a little easier. So let's say you have $40,000 saved up that you are going to be investing. What a lot of people would think to do what Alex was thinking. Go out, buy a $200,000 property, little house, and here's your down payment. So then you're going to have a loan on 160, but your cash is always, your 40 grand is always going to sit in this property. So with the BRRRR method is with that same $40,000, buy a similar house to that $200,000 house, but buy it at a discount where it might, need some work. As compared with the BRRRR method, let's say you have that same $40,000, what you're gonna do here is you're going to buy a property that is under market value. You're going to buy a deal. A lot of times these are gonna need more work. It might need a new kitchen, new roof, new bathroom. It might be super dated. As long as you can look past that and see the dollar signs, it's worth it. So with that same $40,000, let's say you're able to buy a similar house that at the end would be worth 200 grand, but you're able to buy it for $120,000. You might be sitting there thinking, there's no way. Trust me, there is a way. These deals are out there literally every single day. So let's say on a $120,000 purchase, what we do is we take it down with a hard money loan. What a hard money loan is it's a little bit more of a high interest loan, and it's interest only. But it allows you to close quickly, which is what a lot of these folks need and what they're looking for. It's a cash offer. Hard money equals cash. So of this $40,000, you put 24 down, you're going to have $16,000 remaining to put into the property. And this is what we call rehab budget. So 16 grand is not a lot of money. I'm using 40 grand because I feel like it's an easy attainable number for a lot of people. A lot of people that are, like I was saying, business professionals might have 40 grand, you know, in a savings account or in their personal residence that they can take out, whether it's like a HELOC or, you know, refinancing on their property. So I think this is a very attainable number. $16,000 in rehab might be a little light, but of course, if you're doing some of the work yourself and you can, you know, be a little more economical, there is a chance you can get this done. So keep in mind, a $16,000 rehab budget isn't a ton of money. This would be more so with a wholesale or a property that needs more light cosmetics, none of the big ticket items. So keep that in mind. I don't want you guys on there saying, oh, 16 grand is not gonna get you anywhere. So far we have bought the property, we have renovated the property, and now it is time to rent the property. As everyone knows, rental prices are going through the roof. That is why this is so advantageous right now.
2, 1.
We're gonna go ahead and say rent is $1,600 per month. So you've got the property rented out, you have a lease agreement. Now what you can do is go to the refinance portion. Once you have the property rented out, it is now an income producing property. It is making money. You can go to the bank. You know, typically we don't go to like a Wells Fargo or a Chase. You know, we speak with mortgage brokers who help us refinance, and that's what we recommend. But, you know, to each his own. So once you have that property, you go to the bank, you refinance it. They're going to look at what the total market value is of this property. We said, you know, ARV after repair value was going to be 200. That's why we bought it at 120. So let's say the appraised value is $200,000. What does this mean? So what they're going to do is they're going to give you a loan on this amount for 20% down, depending on right now with coronavirus. If you're a first-time investment property buyer, they might require 25% down. But for easy numbers, we're gonna go ahead and say 20%. So you will be able to get a new loan at this on this appraised value for $160. And what does that mean? Your existing loan is for $120,000. You can now get a new loan for $160,000. So what does that mean? You get to pull out your $40,000 cash. This is tax-free, and you get to keep the property. So back to Alex's case, Alex said he has enough equity to buy 2 of these. So think if you're multiplying this by 2, and you're able to pull your initial $40,000 out per property, and you now have 2 rental properties, and you can go do it again and again and again. This is the fastest way to build a rental portfolio if you are just getting started and you don't have endless amounts of money. Guys, the best part is this literally works for any property type. Whether you want to buy an Airbnb, whether you want a long-term rental, you know, whether you want a duplex, a fourplex. Hell, you can even do it with larger multifamily. Obviously, a little more gears to turn, but you guys get the idea. This is the fastest way to grow a rental portfolio, hands down. If you guys are thinking about getting into real estate investing, or let's even say you have one rental property and you want to grow into multiple, but you're not quite sure how to do it or you don't know where to find deals, Luke and I, we're always a resource here for you. Give us a ring, shoot us a DM. You know, we're happy to help any way we can. But if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe and smash the like button. And guys, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for tuning in.